Okay, 3 for the price of 1. We got 3 that I'm going to do here. Some of these you're going to have parts to practice with. This is a sweep practice. If you open the sweeppractice.ipt, then you will find this sketch right here. So what we've got here is, I can double click on sketch. I've got this sketch, and there's a document that has the dimensions of this, and I want to sweep along it. So in order to do that, I need to have my circle that I want to sweep along. It has to be perpendicular. So what I do is I come in here, and if I click on plane and double click on that, I got this tiny little work plane. Let me back up and do that one more time. Okay, I click on plane and I get that little that dot there, double click on it. Oop, there it is. And I got a work plane. That is perpendicular. In fact, over here under origin, you can see, it doesn't really show up. That's another way of doing it. In fact, let me do it that way. I can click plane, this plane, and then click that dot, and now I've made a big plane there. So I can do it that way from these work planes here. So that is the XZ plane. All right, now that I've got that, I want to sketch on it. So I start a sketch, and normally I have to click on the end of it, but I knew that's where I wanted to go. So here is you got to be right there at the end of it. So right here at the end of it, I am going to draw 2 circles. The first one is, where's my sweep? That is 2.9 and 3.5. So I click on circle, green dot there, 2.9, and hit enter. Then same center point, 3.5, enter. And I've got that. I finished my sketch. So now you can see that that is perpendicular to it. So I go to 3D model, I click on sweep, zoom in to make sure I'm getting just the outside part. There's the outside part, that's the profile. And then path is the path it's going to take. So I come back. It's not letting me do it because it's hidden behind. Let me click on path again and click on that line, and you can see it sweeping there. I click OK. Look at that. I can actually right click on that work plane and turn off visibility. That makes it look even better. And there you have your sweep. And so that's all you have to do. And I'm just going to ask you to put a screenshot of this. You don't have to do a multi-view for it. So that's the sweep. Next, we will do the shell. The shell, I'm going to give you this, the shell practice IPT. I tried putting text in here and then decided, well, let me just do it anyways. But I'm going to extrude this shape here, and it says I'm going to extrude it 60. I already got 60 up there. I extrude that, and I get this. Now the instructions kind of went away, but if I expand this, I can come here, and it says fillet the corners and bottom to 10. So I'm going to click on fillet. This is actually a metric part. I'm going to change that to 10. Click on that again, and then I'm going to do this corner, and that. Let me do the 4 corners before I do all of those, and that, and I think I got one more over here, and that. Okay, flip it back around. That looks like what I want. I click OK. Boom. Okay, again, if I come back here, bottom of 10, cut a 10 diameter hole through the side, over 25, up 40. So I'm going to start a sketch. I'm just going to draw a circle and do my cut through like that. Circle, that was 10. And then I need to dimension from the bottom, it is 40. And from the side, I got to go all the way over to the side here. That's going to be 25. Okay, finish my sketch, and then I'm going to extrude that, cut it, and there's a drop down here. I can actually say all, and that way I know it'll go all the way across. Boom. Now I got a hole in here. Oh, this is good. I forgot that I did it in this order. So now I've got a sweep. I've got a shell. I'm sorry. I am going to shell it. I believe I shell it to a thickness of 5, so I'm going to change that to 5. And then up here it says remove faces, so I can click the ones I want to remove. I want to remove the top one. Now watch what happens. Oh no, Mr. Humphrey, I've got this thing going through it. I don't want that. Indeed, because I did my cut before I did my shell. You want to see something cool? Watch this. I think I can do this. I can click this, drag it up above it. Oh, how cool is that, huh? I can literally do it up here, but that just shows you the order, how things change. If I do it this way, if I cut my hole first, it shells around my hole. I don't want that, so I'm going to bring it back down here, and that is my shell, and that just looks exactly like the picture. Finally, I'm going to do a revolve. Now to do a revolve, I am going to do a new part. Okay, we're just going to stay with English here. This is how you can get to metric. You click on this, and I could do a standard millimeter IPT. I'm just going to stick with the good old standby US of A here, and start me a sketch. And now I'm going to draw a shape, and the shape is in the Word document. But this is a new way of doing it. I'm going to do it all in one with the line command. I click there, and I am going to go over. I start going in this direction. That shows me that it's parallel, and I put in 20, and I hit enter. Okay? Now I'm going up. I see that perpendicular symbol, and I want to go up 20, hit enter. Now I'm coming over. Again, I see that perpendicular symbol, and now I am going to go over 5, and then I'm going up. There's my perpendicular. I'm going up 25, and you can see how you can kind of do this all in one fell swoop here. See my perpendicular, and I'm going to go over from there. What am I going over? 40, 20. Then I got my perpendicular right there, and I am going up 5. Then I come over 50, down 5, over 20, down 25, over 5, double click at the end to close it off. Okay, so that's my shape. Pretty cool to do it all in one like that. You gotta be really careful. Make sure you see that perpendicular thing, otherwise it's going to be skewed. All right, I'm going to do a revolve with this. To do a revolve, I need a line, an axis to revolve around. I could do a line, but let me do it the way you're supposed to be doing it, and that is this thing. This is a construction line. So I'm going to see how it has a different shape, and that needs to be a distance of 5. So I need to dimension that from this line needs to be 5. Okay? Because I'm not actually, it's not part of anything, so a construction line is a line that's there to help you do something. Could have done a regular line. Finish my sketch. Zoomed all out there, okay? Because I want you to see this. This is cool. I do revolve. Profile is the shape here. Axis is the thing I want to revolve around. That's this line right here. Watch this. Boom! How cool is that, huh? And right there, that is my wheel. So there you go. That's the 3 things. I'm going to give you those 2 IPTs. The wheel you'll make from scratch, and pretty cool stuff. Good practice.